What up, poker bro and broettes? Just gonna kind of fly through this a little bit quicker than usual as we can just make some progress a little bit quicker today. Gonna go ahead and show some key hands. Played, not played, should have played, would have played, could have played. Most likely probably should have stayed away from. Well, as you can see, action involves Ace-9. Wanted to kind of see, but once too much action and heat comes about, it becomes a little hard to get in there. Although we're looking at a boat that should have been played, because two pair would have been no good. As you can see, we are in a $50 qualifier. Win that tournament ticket. Also in a $25 satellite for that golden ticket, and decided to just get action going with this ace versus king 10. Ace holds strong, that ace. So thankfully we get a nice double up late into the start. Jumping right into this $25 qualifier once again. Just doing a little ram jam with that ace king, super standard. Ace 4, questionable. How do you want to play it? 9-10, no good. Ace 4 suited against that big raise. Minus the blind. You know how it goes. 3s, UTG. Well, an MF5 probably should have shoved. As you can see, shove would have been the money move. Nothing like making a set on the flop. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up with those Rocketeers. Hope someone wants to reshove over the top. Sure enough, guess what, pocket fours? You're in trouble. Kid play has got you wrecked. It's about time. Take a hand. Jacks, how do you want to play him? One limper, 75, 150, no ante. I think it jams a little too tough. I think I should reassess that and get some value. Ace Jack folded in position. Someone shoved after me. Questionable fold once again. Ace King, just bringing it in for the heat, for that all-in heater. Gonna go ahead and battle that 10-8 off. Don't forget to set your alarms. All the alarms are important. Set 20 a day. Ace King takes. Ace 4, dirty. Trip aces though. Question is, are you far ahead or far behind? Ace 7's questionable. Pocket 7's. Under the gun. Lots of different ways to play that one. Dangerously sexy. Best case scenario happens is battling a short stack that has a much weaker hand than you. And as it should, pocket 7s are just going to go ahead and hold right up. Gonna go ahead and take a nice little pot. Ace Jack, how do you want to play it? Apparently I want nothing to do with it. The double bet UTG is enough to get me to fold. Ace Jack. Well, my job looks like it was to take everyone out of the hand pre-flop. Otherwise, I'm getting super punished if I just say chum call in there. More like a chump call. So, showing some questionable hands. For example, you pick up that up and down straight draw with that dirty 7-4. Do you really want to get involved? Looks like I do. It's probably going to be a mistake. Ace-5 suited. How you going to play it every time? Is it the double bet? Is that ace-5 suited a double bet every time? First in. Looks like it's good. Apple juice. I just love working on that hand. Working on observation. For better or worse. Once again, how do you want to play it? I think most people either call or jam pre-flop. And if they hit that jack, they're not going anywhere. How much is it going to take to fold? I think a whole lot more chips, different situation. And unfortunately, it's probably going to get you in trouble. Pocket tens on 3 and 6 against Kojak for a 10K pot, $50 ticket is not happening because the jack hit. Unfortunately, tens are just getting broken down along with my chip stack. Unfortunately, 12K in chips would have been the money. Down to 2. Ace King. There's only really one answer. Pocket deuces. You're going to try to hit that dream deuce. It's probably just going to be trouble. Ask yourself, someone raises behind you, what are you going to do? Chip burn, chip burn, chip burn. Pocket rockets, the opposite of the chip burn. Now with my short stack, maybe I should consider limping. But once again, I only had 2 bets, 2 blinds. Now I have 3, might as well just pop, shove it again. Overcall with a jack 10. It's questionable. It's like right there. You know you're not ahead and you're going to have to hit. And if you're dominated, it's probably just going to be a chip blunder. So it actually is a good fold. Kojak, once again, how do you want to play it against that attack from the dealer? Looks like I wuss out with a fold. I want to take another approach next time. Pocket fours. Gonna go ahead and jam. Force him to fold. Pocket sixes. Well, looks like you chip burn 400. 400 doesn't seem like much, but times 10 is 4,000. Keep that in mind. And as much as our hand looks like steel right now, it's more like would have stealed more of our chips. Fortunately, I got out when I did. How many chips do you want to lose with this pocket threes? Ace queen, dirty, early position. How to play it? What are you gonna do? Do you have a choice? Pocket sevens, 125, 250 with a small chip stack. Do you have a choice? No, you really don't have a choice. Does he have a choice? No, he doesn't have a choice. Is this all coming down to having no choices? No. There's choices. Some situations, I feel like there's some forced choices. which we can find out through some analyzation of playing this over and over and over, seeing what's forced, seeing what's not, seeing what's an option, seeing how much leverage we really have, seeing those trap hands day in, day out, seeing those winners day in and day out. Speaking of which, Kings, Monster, I don't know how I did it, but I got my chip stack back up in that $50 qualifier just to get it in with a 10K chip stack pot once again, just to, oh my god, hit a queen on the river. Yeah, well, what do you want from me? You know, there's only so much I can do being the beast that I am. But if your 10s go down to Kojak and your King Kong goes down to Lady King Kong, then that's it. You're going to be forced right out of that tournament. But guess what? You're going to hold your poker head up high and know that 10s and kings is better than queens and Kojak. You made the right decisions. Nothing you really could have done. Moving forward. Maybe I still have a chance to win that $25 ticket. Technically, we're still in that big game we've always dreamed about, that 40 grand guaranteed series event. Directly bought in because, you know, your boy Old C Money cannot win a golden ticket in any of the events so far, which is super unfortunate. Once again, wishing I had that ticket. Here we are, feeling like top pair is good and good enough for value. And surprisingly, he jams. And I'm thinking, what just happened? Did I really just spew all my chips to someone that just has been toying with me and threw his monster in my face now that we're down to the last bet? I don't know. I think about it. And although I have no chips, I still am just analyzing what just happened, what he has, what he's making that move with. Is there any chance I fold? I don't have enough chips to fold. And look at this guy. He's obviously a chip leader. He's obviously making moves. He wanted to scare me with that big bully chip stack with his air ace 10. Doesn't work on me. And I don't think anyone's going to fold in that spot for that amount of chips, as they shouldn't. And sure enough, held our head up high and took a nice pot. Ace 3, suited. Questionable? Is it? Is it on the fence of play or don't play? I don't know. What happens when you want to play Queen 5 suited under the gun? That's what happens. And that's why I show it. Because sometimes you see that suitedness and you just want to start playing. No, don't. Slap your hand. Don't do it. Kojak suited. When you haven't picked up a hand in a while, it's going to be super hard not to want to play that hand. And do you really want to play it as passive as just limping in? I think I'd rather just hit second pair after raising and follow through. Although betting, what was the worst hand that I can get to call me? Is there a chance if I slow play, or if I check maybe the guy puts pressure on me, go for the reversal, act weak, let him make the move? Something to think about. Ace King, finally picking up a nice hand in this 40K. I mean, we really haven't seen much at this point so far. We're still in this satellite for that $25 ticket. This guy ram jams on 150, 300 for 11,000. Such like an overkill bet. Like, you're obviously I don't think you're a good player if that's the move that you make at that point in the tournament. It's like his artillery moves, it's just down to like one. Like, when is he not going all in with ace king? 1 in 200, 50 and 100. What's he gonna do? Like, blinds aren't even that high. It's not like I just open jammed. But is that jam affiliated with ace king so often? I think so. Seems to be the theme. Blinds are getting up there. Ace 7, gonna have to shove, make a move, stay alive, stay with the pact. Buy yourself enough time to maybe fold that ace deuce. Do you want to defend with king 10 against the first in vig double bet? I think I do. I think you gotta grow some defender calls, balance out your strategy and say, hey, I'm not just gonna flop over, keel over and die in this tournament. No, I'm gonna take a chance. We're gonna joust, You're gonna throw your sword, I'm gonna throw my shield up, we're gonna battle. Kojak, dirty, alert. What are you gonna do? Folds around to you on the button. You got Kojak. It is gonna be so hard and maybe even wrong to not play that spot. Which is the hardest part of the game, is when they quote unquote force you into playing something that you really might not be interested in. I already don't like that hand. I already know I'm in trouble. You have to be aware of the pitfalls. That is one of them. This happens intentionally to give and force action and to pay off. They know that 9 out of 10 players, 99 out of 100 players in that situation, they've seen it. If it folds around to you on the button in a tournament and you have Kojak, what is every player gonna do? They know it. And I can confidently tell you, I bet I lost. We don't know. You could still argue, oh, you had top pair. You want to put your tournament life on the line? Guy bets big. The guy can't wait to jam over you after you show strength with the double big bet. No, you are so far gone. That's a big loser blunder. Those like this, the pocket fives on tilt right after against the sevens. You know what that equals? Equals you being out like Trout in 555th embarrassing place. What just happened? I mean, you had plenty of time, and look at that. Before you know it, you just burnt through all your chips with a dirty king jack and a dirty pair of fives. That is the sole reason for these vlogs. Those two key hands right there, to me, I'm most passionate about. And I love that they lost, because it proves that once again I'm right about my theories. This is great. This is what we need. This is what we need to analyze. I am trying to just take the juice, squeeze out just that pure juice. Yes, there is some extra fluff here. I understand. I could trim some of this fat off. Some of these hands that were not playing, maybe playing, questionably playing, and just go straight to the nitty-gritties. But it is interesting to see some of these hands that you might or might not play, to see what would or would not happen. This is all for the love and the learn of the game. This is how we get better. This is my way of trying to do a different take on the norm which is just watching someone play. I want to just zoom in on the important action, trying to just zero in, be that strategist. And I'm hoping that everyone catching this, all of you 0 other players watching this, can learn like I am and say, hey, you know what? Maybe he's on to something. Maybe he's got a point. Maybe next time I won't lose my entire tournament that I'm in love with, technically, with a dirty king jack and a dirty pair of fives, because I guarantee that is not just me in that scenario. That scenario happens to all of us. We throw away our chips with that Kojak. We get sucked into it. Then we go on tilt with those fives. You don't think the game has us just bombed? Our fate bombed from the get-go? It knows exactly what we're going to do. Now, if we can rise above, that's when it says, hey, this guy is worthy of being in this tournament. This guy is worthy of getting paid. He had the balls, he had the cojones to do what most other players could not do. That is a win. That is the sign of a champ. Someone that, you know who succeeds in this world? Not everyone that acts like everyone else. That is mediocre. That is mediocrity. So guess what?